Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Mm. Wow, I'll tell you what, it is a beautiful morning out here. Very, very mild. Hardly any wind at all, and just so calm. I just can't wait till we can get all these trees here filled up with leaves. It is truly beautiful. And in fact, if you've never seen it before, you can go back and look at some prior coffee chats. You'll be amazed at just how full it gets back in here when the leaves are all out. It is something else. Guys, the article that I read this morning, a couple of them, but the first one, unbelievable. In fact, amazing for us in this digital asset space. So the Bank of England in the UK this week is coming out and it's introducing its roadmap for the issuance of their central bank digital currency, and that has been absolutely confirmed. Everything that we have been talking about for probably the last few months and all the speculation about when the CBDCs are coming and da 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 da. Well, now we're going to see what's going to happen. Ask yourself this question. When you're seeing a major industrial global power like the United Kingdom coming out and giving you their roadmap for when they're issuing their central bank digital currency, do you think that the other Commonwealth nations like New Zealand, like Australia, like Canada, and such are all going to not follow suit? Guys, look, they are way ahead of the game, a lot further than what they've been reporting. And they're just kind of making it sound like, oh, yeah, we're just, we're going to start thinking about, come on. They're already into it. We know that because Ripple is on the Digital Pound Foundation. And we've heard all kinds of chatter about what's been going on there, and they're developing the central bank digital currencies. Now, think of this. Hmm. What do you think that timeline's going to be? Hmm? Do you think it's going to be 2023, 2024, or 2025? I think before the end of 2025, it's going to be rolled out. And the reason, of course, I think that is because the entire world's financial system will need to be compliant with the ISO 222 messaging standard by that time. And don't you think you're going to see the United States follow suit and many other countries? In the video I did last night, AtlanticCouncil.org has a central bank digital currency tracker, and you can literally go on there. And what they've done is they've had researchers go out and compile all the information that's ever been released, not just what's in the news media, but what the government white papers have, going in and taking a look at all those PDFs, and they have mapped out where each country in the world is in what stage they're in the release of their central bank digital currencies. And you can see that a majority of them are ready to issue it. And guys, all of these first world nations that are all ready to go, they're going to be helping out all these other countries, to get them ready to go. I mean, we just heard a news article of Ripple gearing up and working with Montenegro there in terms of the issuance of, their central bank digital currencies and things like that. I mean, it's really happening in real time right before our very eyes. Now, the second article, wow. The second article I was reading was talking about the weaponization of the US dollar and how it is under severe attack right now, and it has enjoyed very little ability for other countries to really poke holes in it in prior decades. But now it looks like, hey, look, it could get literally beat to the ground. And they are talking about a big switch being flipped, and a lot of countries not being, under that gun of that whole US dollar will cut you out of the financial system sanctions anymore, like what we've been talking about. And the reason for that is distributed ledger technology. And you can literally see the handwriting on the wall. It's not going to have the power that it had before. And more than likely, guys, the current US dollar, the way it stands right now, is going to be kicked to the curb. I don't care what any of these, so-called, oh, well, our army's too big and this and they can't do this and on and on and on. We have gone to war over less threat than what we're facing today against the US dollar, and that's an absolute fact. When you look at what happened with Gaddafi there, that was all over a threat to the oil being sold in the US dollar. the Gulf Wars, on and on and on. And now you literally have Saudi Arabia that came out in Davos and said, we're willing to sell oil in alternative currencies and not just the US dollar anymore. And I'm telling you, that was a drop kick right to the face of the US buck in such a big way. Most people haven't even felt the reverberations of it yet, but it's coming. And I'm going to say this, I believe that that is going to be the catalyst for the issuance of the United States Central Bank digital currency, and they're already preparing for it, guys. Don't kid yourself. When you see all these Western powers coming out now talking about, our roadmap to a central bank digital currency, you're talking about their plan to move into this new digital financial system in a big, big way. It's going to happen. It's going to happen as sure as you and I are sitting here listening to, this commentary that I'm giving to you. I'm telling you what, it is going to happen. And it's happening way faster than what most people think. And in fact, it is going to be such a seamless transition for the majority of people. They're not even going to truly care or notice. Why? Most folks don't carry cash around in their pockets anymore. Maybe they do a little bit, 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 100 bucks. But by and large, we're using plastic, right? Tap here, insert there, on and on and on. And for the majority of people, they really don't care. That little digits on their bank account when they log in online, they see that. That's their representation. Let's be honest. If most folks went to the bank to take out their cash, there's only 6% of physical currency for all the represented cash that's in the bank. And it would cause a massive bank run and there would not be enough cash and they close the doors within 30 minutes. I mean, that's what would really happen. They tell people, hey, look, we just don't have that amount of paper money, but it doesn't mean you can't transact. Use your debit cards and blah, 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 and stuff like that. That's what would happen. And they have mentally prepared people to live, operate, and transact in a digital world. So, guys, it is coming. Now, having said that, this is what I really think could go on. You have a couple of tiers in this system that could happen. And it's, of course, my hypothesis, but you've got this central bank digital currency system, of course, that has all these central banks around the world. And guys, hey, by the way, what is the the bridge asset between a lot of these central banks all around the world? Well, of course, it's XRP, and Ripple has been building the infrastructure for these central bank digital currencies and stuff like that. But needless to say, you've got this system out here like this, right? Well, you also have the digital asset system, which these are definitely monetary instruments. I can't emphasize that enough. I've said it a lot of times, but basically you've got stores of value, XRP, XLM, Algorand, Hedera, Hashgraph, Quant, all of them, they're definitely stores of value. And even some that are not even ISO compliant, like Bitcoin, that's a store of value. What about unit of account? Well, of course, there's unit of accounts. In XRP alone, you got 1 million drops per XRP right in there. And what about a medium of exchange? Well, guys, I'll tell you what, people are buying and selling their services, their products, and everything else in these assets, XRP, XLM, Algorand, Hedera, Hashgraph, on and on and on. Excuse me. So there you go. You've literally got a monetary instrument right there that can be used agnostic. And if you look it up, interestingly enough, what does the X stand for in XLM, XRP, XDC? Guys, it stands for an agnostic monetary designation because it's not tied to any one country. And that is huge. And I think for those of us in this digital asset space, as early as what we are, wow, do I ever think that we are going to see something like, probably in generations, people have not seen the amount of wealth transfer that could be transferred during this transition into this new digital economy. I truly think it's going to be amazing. Wow, I'll tell you what. Anyhow, guys, I sure hope you're having a fantastic day. I know for me, I come out here and I just kind of like, clear the old bean and think a little bit, drink a little coffee, of course, and then I get out and I do this video for you, and it really is such a great thing. And I would just say, hey, if you got a chance, before you start your day, go out and just breathe. just breathe and enjoy it. It's just really, truly something. Well, I sure hope that your day is a good day. And I'll tell you what, we got a fantastic video planned for later on today. And until then, guys, have a great one and take care.